Gemini, are you, it's feeling quiet. Is it quiet, numb, sad? What's going on? Grab your waters, hydrate, go on ahead. I think we need to light up. So get your stuff together. Get your supplies. Let's get it in. Hey Gemini, it's your girl JV. High Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Aquarius season. I don't know what year to call it. It's too much. Aquarius. The OGs know Aquarius energy is just a bit too much for me. It's a bit much. And I just can't be out here all willy-nilly this season. I got shit to do. You got shit to do. Saturn traditionally rules this sign. So I do feel like it's like returning to structure or returning to like the classics or something of that nature. But Gemini, when I lean into your energy specifically, it's feeling real quiet. For the twins, it's feeling real quiet. And so I don't know if you are, I mean, Aquarius is the highest octave of air. And so there is a mental mastery that I feel like, or a variation of a mental mastery that they have access to. And so maybe you are just becoming quieter, observing more, saying less, observing more, allowing yourself to really like feel into your environment. But some of you may be numb. Some of you may be sad. There could be grief that is being experienced. But it feels like, I don't want to say flatline, but it's like radio silence, and that's a first. So like I said, hydrate, light it if you got it. I'm going to go ahead and create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Goodness gracious. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aquarius season 2023. Just for Aquarius season, we're returning to doing the signs just because I have shit to do and I need to like stick on track. Everyone has gotten an oracle deck, but I feel really called specifically to go to the OG for you guys. So relax, breathe. Gemini, you govern the lungs, and I want you to empty yours. Exhale completely out your mouth and inhale through your nose and hold it at the top. Hold, 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 release out your mouth until your lungs are empty, and do it all over again. Empty your lungs and inhale through your nose. Hold it at the top. Everything's gonna be okay, babe. Whatever it is that you're going through, whatever like big decisions you're having to make, whatever confrontations you're entangled in, whatever announcements need to be made, whatever truth comes to you, whoever brings the smoke, whatever it is, it's gonna be okay. Spirit wants you to know, first and foremost, where there is a drought, where there is desert, there will be oasis. I've never said that before. That wasn't me. And I feel like you guys are in this place of learning how to receive, learning how to really receive replenishment, how to really allow yourself to be loved, how to really allow yourself to connect with the Most High, how to connect with the divine. I feel like your relationship to God, your relationship to the God of your understanding is changing. There also may be new love coming in, some kind of new connection, a new project, a new passion, somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, definitely Scorpio. Shifting, Pluto is moving into Aquarius. Pluto is moving into Aquarius. And it's the end of an era for everyone on this planet. It's an end of an era for the planet. You know, and so we are really getting into our Aquarius bag, and I feel like they've been able to hide for a long time, and now we about to be all up in their shit. And Aquarius is the sign of I know. You are the sign of I think, Gemini, and they are I know. And so I feel like that transition or that stepping up or that escalation or that evolution has a lot of faith mixed into it. Hope looks forward, but faith knows. And there's something that I feel like you've been thinking about that now you know. You know in your bones. And the divine, I feel like, is really replenishing you or restoring you for all your hard work, for the drought that you've endured in some sort of way. And so let's see, all right. Asking, thanking Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Aquarius season. The Ace of Cups, and then the High Priestess reversed with the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Some of you have really been doubting yourselves, doubting your partner, doubting your connection to spirit. Like, why did this happen? Why am I going through this? I feel like some of you have been really struggling to listen to your intuition, especially when it comes to love. I feel like some of you have been feeling very disconnected from source, feeling very disconnected from the God of your understanding in some sort of way, or really questioning maybe even why things have gone the way that they've gone. I just want you to know that the darkness that you've gone through, the darkness you're enduring, it holds up the ceiling just as much as the light does. You know, this pillar, this dark pillar, equally as strong as the light, if not stronger. And with the retrograde that you got, we're about to be coming out of post-retrograde shadow. I don't remember the exact date. But I do feel like that retrograde really had you guys completely like rebooting your philosophical, spiritual ideations or ideals. I feel like you have been asked to redefine freedom, and now you're about to be asked to redefine success. And I feel like everybody was trying to redefine success or acquire success, but you really had to have an understanding of freedom before you could really understand what success is for you and what it means to you. And there is just this, like, with the High Priestess reverse, I feel like first thing to be clarified on the Selenite throne in Aquarius season, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, is your ability to receive, your ability to feel, your ability to intuit, your ability to nurture, to receive nurturance, your connection to prayer, your connection to meditation, your connection. There may be somebody cold. There also could be some sort of restoration or a healing in within a relationship with someone that has gone cold, or like the cold mother or the cold aunt, or there could just be somebody like lurking in the distance. I also feel like some of y'all think somebody's sending witchcraft to you. And do you not know how protected you are? Are you really asking yourself that question? And even if they were, don't you know you're capable of absorbing that energy, transmuting it, and turning it into something that you want? Yeah, I just saw the Queen of Swords reverse on the bottom of the deck. I feel like some of y'all are biting your tongue or are completely lashing out and just like popping off, making things way more social than they need to be or way more public than they need to be. I say a lot to you, but flip it. It may be someone around you. I feel like also there could be somebody who claims to be spiritual, but like really isn't, like being spiritual for the show. I also feel like when push comes to shove, what that faith do? When you're in the thick of it, whenever you're in the trenches, I want you to try to zoom out and observe how your faith reacts, how your spirit reacts. Does your faith, does your relationship to the divine completely get derailed when something doesn't go your way? Or do you allow yourself to understand that like everything is happening for you? I also feel like a love is lost, but a love will be replenished. Something is being restored. Something is being given. I'm excited to clarify this in the Patreon plunge over where we clarify every single card. Join my ethical cult, patreon.com/JustJEverything. For free shit, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything. TikTok at JustJEverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. All the links are in the description box below. And y'all please like the video. You know I put in work. Like it so it circulates to the tribe. Let's see. So please continue for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Aquarius season. The Sun reverse at the center of the reading. The Sun reverse is still the Sun. This is still the most positive card in the deck, but I do feel like some of you, there's a lot of spiritual realizations coming in by way of your parents or about your parents or about like the bloodline or something of that nature. I feel like your energy may be feeling low. There could be stuff going on with vitality. I feel like you're seeing... I also feel like some of you are seeing like retroactively seeing some red flags in people. Like, damn, I can't believe I didn't see that. Damn, I can't believe I missed that behavior. Damn, I can't believe that, you know, this red flag was in my face and I ignored it. How would you know if it was a red flag until you experienced that thing and realized it was a red flag? So stop being so hard on yourself. If you hadn't gone through it, you wouldn't have known it was a red flag, and the divine's trying to like help you. The divine's trying to teach you. I feel like a lot of you, your inner child wants to come out, wants to interact, wants to play, wants to move forward. I also just heard she's a runner, she's a track star. So some of you may be like trying to run from some realization, or something comes out, something comes to light, and it may put you in fight or flight mode. And I just feel like a lot of this has to do with abandonment wounds, with Captain Save-A-Ho shit. There's money drama involved here, familial money drama. Some of you may be experiencing like loss or grief, temptation even. But I'm telling you, the sun will come out in the morning. The sun will come out. The sun will reveal what's going on. The sun reversed, I feel like also, like your parents may be down, the mother, the father. There could just be this like, something may be off with some of your family, for some of you, like with your parents. I also feel like, remember that this is the sun and the moon right next to each other, which makes me think of a new moon. And the new moon, used to be known as a dark moon. And so it's like the light of the sun is blocking out the light of the moon and making the moon appear at its darkest or its weakest. You may be feeling at your weakest in some sort of way. Some of you may be like need to be reminded that Aquarius season is not Leo season. It's the opposite of Leo season. It's where there is fixed fire, and this is the dead of summer, the sun. Aquarius is the dead of winter, and it's the darkest part of the year, and it's meant to be, and we are all meant to experience that because there are profound wisdoms. There's profound knowings that come in the deepest of the darks. These revelations, things being illuminated by way of the dark. I feel like there's stuff coming out about the family, stuff that people, like maybe people's secrets are spilling. I feel like really like there's replenishment. Whatever has happened, everything's going to be all right. Mashallah, in the name of the Most High. Everything's going to be all right. I promise it'll get better. The divine is coming up. The divine will be showing up to restore and replenish you. So in whatever way it is that you think that you've like lost something, or that like it will be like you will, I know you may feel like nothing can ever replace this, and it's not, nothing is supposed to replace whatever happened, whatever this is. Nothing's supposed to replace that. But there is an outpouring coming your way. A new offer, a new love, a new relationship, restoration, rejuvenation. You having the like artistic drive, creative drive. I feel like your dreams are really ramping up. Your intuition is really ramping up to the point where you may be scared or nervous, or like, I just feel like some of you, your spirituality is like your spiritual connection to the divine is really expanding when some of you are trying to repress it. You think you're going into this darkness and that it's this like pressing against you thing, but it's actually you are being expanded. 2 more for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising for this Aquarius season. All reversals. Yeah, well, except for the Ace of Cups, which tells me that your perspective may be fucked on everything right now. You may be kind of like your perspective may just be flawed, but God got you. The divine has their hand literally in your life in this situation. It's like blessings cloaked in crisis. I don't know why I added a T on that. Blessings cloaked in crisis. And so there could be just a lot of energy or time or money or feeling burnt out, feeling drained. I also feel like somebody, it's like we got to come together to take care of the dad, or take care of the son, or take care of this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Really having to show up, or feeling, maybe some of you are feeling obligated, feeling like you're pouring from an empty cup in some sort of a way. And I feel like it's really important to acknowledge burnout. It's really important to acknowledge when you ain't got it. When you ain't got it in the tank, and understand that no is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain yourself. I feel like in Aquarius season, it's time to like slow the fuck down, reboot the perspective, like update. It's like the lens that you're seeing life through is being updated. The windows are being cleaned. The glasses are being cleared in some sort of way. And you're going to be able to see where you've been giving too much, or putting too much in, or taking too much, or, allowing this, like, things to be one-sided. I feel like you guys are trying to like just juggle so much, do so much, be so much for everybody, and like you are only like one person, boo. Final card, final message for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising for this Aquarius season. What'd I say? Everything's gonna be all right. Bottom of the deck being the Hierophant lets me know that it's like there's something about breaking tradition. Breaking out of the tried and true, doing something the non-traditional way. Something may have happened in church or a mosque or in a prayer or in school, or there could just be some like, ending of a cycle and how you observe faith or how you connect to your faith. Some of you are becoming a mentor or an unconventional mentor or unconventional leader. Your relationship to this Taurus, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio may be like completely ending or completely shifting. The way that you view marriage, the way that you view tradition and in a dogma or religion or philosophy, so much of that stuff is changing. I feel like you're going back to the drawing board. You're being asked to look at the last 9-10 months, last 9-10 years, and do some profound emotional inventory. Like, I feel like your relationship to your subconscious mind needs to be evaluated, looked at, perceived from a different perspective. The Hierophant at the bottom of the deck is like, you think that you're not going to the next level, but the divine is like so all over this. I don't know what it is, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but I just want to keep, like, I just want to really, really encourage you. It's like you just may see that things are slipping, or it may feel like things are off in some sort of a way, but they aren't. You are being restored. The Ace of Cups at the beginning, the Nine of Cups at the end. I feel like Aquarius season is going to take you through a whole gambit, like the full emotional spectrum. And you have everything that you need. You're being upgraded. You're being updated. And it's going to fucking hurt first. You know what I mean? I feel like something stings a bit, or something may really feel off, or you may be really struggling to trust yourself. You're really maybe struggling to believe the truth, or believe the facts, or believe what's in front of you. But I'm a firm believer that seeing is not necessarily believing, babe. And anybody that lives and dies by seeing is believing is missing fucking 70% of what's going on. And so I feel like there's a lot of intuiting this season and a lot of rest that's needed. I feel like don't force yourself. If you don't have the energy, don't force yourself. Some of you may really be struggling with aggression or anger or being seen, or struggling with authenticity. Some of you, that's what I'm saying. Some of you, I feel like are numb in some sort of way, or numbing yourselves with work, numbing yourselves with substances, numbing yourselves with sex, whatever it is. I feel like don't go too far. Sit your ass down, do some inventory, because there's a lot that needs to be put behind you. And I feel like it's like gather up all these negative thoughts, gather up all of the self-limiting beliefs, and really start doing the work to uproot this shit out of your thought process. And you do that by way of speaking out loud the antithesis of whatever negative shit that is that you're thinking about yourself. You know, so there is this, I just want you to know, new love comes in, new connection comes in, restoration comes in, peace comes in. The reading is bookended with like emotionality and love, and I feel like there's an influx of connectivity in the beginning that really carries you through whatever hardship or misunderstanding comes in Aquarius season. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I feel like you're really in this place where you're being asked to focus more on your divine feminine energy, and being allowing yourself to feel into that aspect of you that isn't logical and that doesn't need to see the facts or read the receipts. You're being asked to trust your gut. You're being asked to trust your heart. And I feel like things that have been hidden are being revealed. You're seeing people's red flags. I feel like there is definitely something amiss with this spiritual person, or person that claims to be spiritual. There's something amiss with this Cancer, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. I feel like people are kind of trying to say that they're okay when they're not. Make sure you're not saying that you're okay and you're not. Don't be trying to put a facade on for folk. Wow. I also just heard losing my religion. Some of you may be in this point where it's like, you don't, like, you're losing your old, or you're not connected to the old ethics or morals or belief systems or faith systems that you had as a child. And I feel like, good, you're about to really figure out who, like, God really is to you because of this pain. I feel like the divine is really, really showing up. And it's going to show up by way of your family. I feel like you, there could just be some shift in the company that you keep. You or like your kids may not get into the school that you're wanting to. But peace comes. Everybody's like going where they're supposed to go. Everything is like, I feel like there's a lot of Aquarius season that is not up to you. This looks like the closer that we get to Pisces season, you start to like really influence the game again. But I feel like the consequences of things, karma is really like being like acted out or displayed, or like justice is really like, not even justice, it's just like cause and effect is playing out. It's like this season feels like the consequences of actions, or this season feels like the result of something. And so you may be out here trying to kind of like have to bob and weave a bit. But all the bobbing and weaving you need to be doing is in the spirit. It's like, get still, get quiet. The divine wants to heal and restore your heart, but you got to get still and like reconnect to reverence. Some of y'all have been real loose with your faith, and now you're about to like become a like devout or some of you have been devout and like, that's what I mean, like losing your religion, and now you're like wilding out in some sort of way. But I feel like Spirit has their hand in your life. And I feel like this is a season of really allowing yourself to surrender and needing to figure out, you know, who is the God of your understanding? How do you truly interact with it? And when the shit hits the fan is when you figure out what you really believe in. And I just feel like faith is becoming a verb. You're being replenished and given what you need so that you can see things more clearly. I just want to clarify all this because this does feel heavy to me in an interesting way. Heavy, but also like numb. I also like, I feel so much, but I feel nothing. And so many of you some of you may be going through that, feeling everything and nothing at once. This like big rush of emotions, a rush of blood to the head. Some of you go listen to a rush of blood to the head by Coldplay. That's the song that I want played at my memorial. I feel like where you feel like your faith is failing or faltering in some sort of way, your spirit man and your connection and the dues you've paid are like coming in to really like show you, no, you've been on the right path. I feel like you've been, some of you have been on the right path, and some of you, like, I feel like have really felt lost recently. And I just feel like you're nowhere near as lost as you think that you are, babe. I'll see you over on the plunge. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.